I've, of course, taken thousands of photos of the orchids that I've been growing, and we used some of these photos to make cards that we send out to our customers. And so this shows you Dendrobium spectabile, which is an essence that helps with psychic protection. This Vanda hybrid helps with healing emotional aspects of the heart, particularly helpful for somebody who's lost a loved one just recently. Whereas this combination that we call Soul's Balm helps to ease the pain of sorrow and sadness in the soul at a different level from the previous one there. The qualities of Paphiopedilum spicerianum are very interesting because it helps to resolve subconscious issues that our mind is struggling with. But it does this primarily in our sleep state, through our dreams. After the frags, the genus Bulbophyllum is my favorite. I just love the amazing variety that you find within this genus. So with Bulbophyllum longiflorum, this one helps people to connect with their inner beauty. Whereas Bulbophyllum echinolabium, very different. And as you might guess from the smell of this species, this one actually helps the gastrointestinal tract, particularly the large intestine. It also helps the liver. A very interesting point is that from an orchid essence standpoint, we're not just interested in pretty orchids. We're interested in the variety that the natural world produces, because Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis has an amazing energetic quality, but it would be difficult to explain that in the few minutes that I've got here. But just to say, the market, as it were, for orchids in relation to orchid essences is a bit different from the market for pretty things that people want to look at on their windowsill. And I am so pleased that many years ago I came upon a very nice specimen of Bulbo Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry, major essence for us. And it introduces topics that are well worth going into. We could spend hours talking about the higher chakras, the ones that are above the body. With Bulbophyllum lobii, there really isn't any element that we see in connection with its wonderful fragrance. I mean, if you could make a perfume that smelled like lobii, that would sell very well. But Bulbo lobii is an important essence in relation to the harmony of the energy flow between our chakras in the body and moving up through the psyche. I'm far better at growing the frags than I am at growing the paphs. Probably because the frags were the first genus that I came upon. I have a tendency to overwater. But Paph gratixianum from Vietnam, very important, very, very interesting. If you've ever known somebody who is consciously on a spiritual path but is a pain in the neck because they make odd demands on people around them, this orchid has a great quality of helping us with our self-reflective thought process. This is Neomoria irorata, a species from the Central America that you don't see very often. It's not an easy one to grow, and it's the only species in its genus. Has a very interesting fragrance, and it's a very good one for people who are blocked in relation to having intimate relationships, including the Lalocanalea angel love, obviously an intergeneric hybrid. And yet, if you needed to have one essence to help calm people down and make them feel better in this troubled time of the pandemic, it would be this essence, which we call angel love. A beautiful orchid, lovely fragrance, and really just outstanding in its ability to help people in troubled times. I'd like to say that just as it requires a great deal of experience, training, and skill to grow orchids properly, and who of us is not still learning? There's always more to learn. Working with the orchid essences also requires skill and experience and training. We have this body map showing receptor points on the body that can be determined with kinesiology, muscle testing, so that if somebody has a pain in a part of the body or a blockage in a part of the body, we know that it can be addressed through a specific orchid essence. This body map represents years of research by our colleague, Dr. Brita Babapule, and also by other students of his. So it isn't just a case of, oh, here's a bottle, let me take a few drops. No, there's work that is done best through deeper understanding of the nature of what one is endeavoring to do.